Hello and good evening to Front Page on AIM Network, India's definitive media organization and voice on everything AI and technology. Tonight, breakthroughs in medicine, bold bets in silicon, billion-dollar moves in health and energy. Different stories, one signal. The AI race isn't about apps anymore, it's about infrastructure. And here are the headlines. Google Research and Yale used a new open-source AI model built on Gemma to uncover a never-before-seen cancer therapy combo. The prediction was lab-confirmed, and now the model is free for researchers worldwide. A major win for OpenAI in science. Samsung Electronics is supercharging its AI semiconductor ambitions by massively expanding its R&D hub in Bengaluru. India hiring hundreds of engineers and appointing a new local leader to drive chip design for the AI era. Infosys has won a massive £1.2 billion, 14,000 crores, 15-year contract to build an AI-powered workforce platform for the UK's National Health Service, serving 1.9 million employees and processing £55 billion in payroll annually. It's the company's biggest deal in the last 2 years. Ola Electric has entered India's 1 lakh crore Battery Energy Storage Systems (BESS) market with Ola Shakti, a residential energy storage solution built on its indigenous 4680 Bharat cells. Starting at 29,999 rupees, it's designed to power homes, farms, and small businesses, and could soon outpace Ola's EV battery demand. In this exclusive conversation, Oracle's India leadership breaks down the company's biggest AI world announcements, from its new AI data platform and AMD NVIDIA alliances to the 1.5 billion partner investment, and explains how India is driving Oracle's next phase of AI growth. In a breakthrough that could reshape the future of cancer treatment, Google DeepMind and Yale University have unveiled a powerful new AI model that doesn't just analyze biology, it discovers it. Meet cell-to-sentence scale. It's just a small 27 billion parameter AI built on Google's open source Gemma model. These are the kind of models that actually fit on consumer GPUs, and you don't need supercomputers. And it is open source. Simply put, it is designed to read the language of individual cells, and it's already delivering real-world results. One of the biggest challenges in cancer immunotherapy, well, many tumors are cold, invisible to the immune system. To fight them, scientists need to turn them hot by boosting antigen presentation, essentially putting up a flag that says immune system attack here. But then, here's the twist. The ideal drug wouldn't work everywhere. It should actually only activate in the presence of a specific immune signal, like low levels of interferon, making the therapy smarter and safer. That's where C2S Scale stepped in. Trained on massive single-cell datasets, the model ran a virtual screen of over 4,000 drugs across two biological contexts, mimicking real patient tumors and isolated lab cells. And it found something astonishing. The AI zeroed in on something which is called sil-mitasertib, a known kinase inhibitor, but with a never-before-seen effect. It actually predicted that sil-mitasertib would dramatically boost antigen presentation, but only when combined with a low dose of interferon, and only in an immune-rich environment. Then came the real test. In the lab at Yale, scientists applied this exact combination to human neuron-Docrin tumor cells, which the AI had never seen before. The result? Well, it was brilliant. A 50% increase in antigen presentation. The tumor lit up, becoming visible to the immune system. And the implications of this, well, as you had guessed it by now, are huge. This could become a new strategy to convert cold tumors into hot ones, making immunotherapies effective for more patients. Best of all, Google and Yale are releasing the model open source, so researchers worldwide can build on it, test new hypotheses, and accelerate the next wave of AI-driven medicine. CEO Sundar Pichai said this: with more preclinical and clinical tests, this discovery may reveal a promising new pathway for developing therapies to fight cancer. End quote. Sheikh Azizi, a researcher scientist at Google, said this: the path from a finding like this to the clinic is still very long, requiring extensive preclinical and clinical validation. But the potential is what drives us. We hope that as these AI models scale, they can help researchers overcome fundamental challenges in cancer treatment like therapeutic adaptation, or discover new pathways to re-energize our immune cells. End quote. Cancer, well, is no longer rare in India. It is rising. 1 in every 9 Indians is at risk of developing this deadly disease in their lifetime. Yet, access to advanced immunotherapy remains limited to elite private hospitals. What makes this discovery profound is not just what it found, but how it found it. If Indian oncology centers could use AI models like this to run virtual drug trials, test combinations safely, reduce cost, and predict immune response before a patient ever enters chemo, it could fundamentally shift cancer care from reaction to precision, hopefully. India doesn't just struggle with treatment, we struggle with time. This model compresses years of biological discovery into hours. One can pray and hope for that to happen. And this actually goes beyond competition. It is a win-win for the whole ecosystem and humanity. Well, take a look at this. OpenAI's chief product officer reacted to this by saying, "This is rad. Congrats, Sundar Pichai and team." End quote. Thomas Wolfe, co-founder of Hugging Face, well, said this: "Science research has been most beneficial and successful when it involved a community exchanging and fostering ideas. We have to keep this alive in a world of increasingly unbalanced power dynamics. We need open source and open science." End quote. Remember, this is just one of many efforts that Google DeepMind has been undertaking for drug discovery and numerous other medical applications. We've covered all of these on Front Page. And our take here is fairly simple. And this is what it is. In the fight against cancer, AI could make a very big difference. This development signifies a paradigm shift in cancer research. By leveraging AI to hypotheses and validate drug interactions, the scientific community can expedite the discovery of personalized therapies. The open source nature of C2S Scale democratizes access, potentially accelerating global advancements in oncology. While this is a new milestone in AI-driven cancer research, but it's part of a broader trend. AI has been shown to detect 20 to 40% of interval cancers that radiologists may miss, significantly improving early detection rates. And moreover, AI integration in screening processes has led to cost reductions of up to 30% in mammography. As these technologies evolve, they hold promise not only for enhancing diagnostic accuracy but also for making cancer care more affordable and accessible. The question which we need to answer and address constantly is, who will decide how those discoveries are used? Will they remain open, accessible to every public hospital, or will they be licensed, patented, and priced beyond the reach of those who need them most? In the fight against cancer, AI may become a great discovery engine humanity has built, but discovery means nothing without access. And that is the question the world must answer. This is not about AI replacing doctors. It is about AI revealing what medicine has not yet imagined. Please do let us know what you think in the comments below. In the global race to build the next generation of AI semiconductors, Samsung Electronics is making a bold move, turning its Bengaluru research center into a world-class AI chip design hub. As per reports from a Korean media outlet, Mail Business newspaper, the company is going on a massive hiring push with the newly appointed leader. Meet Rajesh Krishnan, a Samsung veteran with decades in memory tech, now at the helm of Samsung Semiconductor India Research, SSIR. His appointment sends a clear message. This isn't just about an offshore office. It's actually becoming a core innovation engine for Samsung's global semiconductor business. Samsung is now hiring across 16 critical engineering roles, from SoC designers and memory architects to SSD firmware experts and graphics driver developers. Basically, these are roles that are at heart of what makes AI chips fast, efficient, and powerful. The goal is this: to design chips that can handle AI workloads, high performance computing, and next gen data demands, all from India. What makes SSIR unique? Well, it's one of the only Samsung sites in the world that works across all three of its semiconductor pillars: memory, like HBM for AI servers; system LSI, custom chips for devices; foundry, making chips for others, including AI accelerators. Now, with more talent and clearer mission, it's being upgraded from a research outpost to, well, a global design headquarters. This move isn't just happening in a vacuum. India's government is pushing hard with its semiconductor program with a whopping budget of 65,000 crore rupees. It has intensified its focus on indigenous chip design, research and development centers, global collaborations, and of course, a lot more. And we've, of course, covered all of this extensively on Front Page. Currently, Samsung already employs thousands of engineers in its centers in Bengaluru and Noida. Besides Samsung, global chip/design players like IBM, ISDL, ARM, AMD, NVIDIA also have design/research and development presence in India. Last month, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav inaugurated ARM's new Bengaluru office, stating that this center will design advanced chips including 2 nanometer nodes. And if you remember, AI isn't just about software. It runs on specialized hardware, and whoever designs the best chips, well, gains a massive edge. By anchoring advanced research and development in India, Samsung isn't just cutting costs. It's actually tapping into world-class engineering talent to compete head-to-head with NVIDIA, AMD, and even its own foundry clients. This is more than actually just a hiring spree. That's quite clear. It's a geopolitical and technological pivot, one that could reshape how and where the chips powering tomorrow's AI are built. Finally, this is our take. For Samsung, the message is clear. The future of AI runs through Bengaluru. Samsung's strategic investment in Bengaluru underscores India's growing prominence as a hub for advanced semiconductor research and also contributes to India's technological self-reliance and innovation ecosystem. Well, in a major win for Indian technology on the global stage, Infosys has secured a landmark 1.2 billion pounds contract. That's 14,000 crore rupees from the UK's NHS Business Services Authority. The 15-year-old deal? Well, to build the future NHS workforce. The solution? A next-gen AI-powered platform that will manage the entire employee life cycle for 1.9 million NHS staff across England and Wales. The new system will replace the aging electronic staff record (ESR), a decades-old platform that handles everything from hiring to payroll. But this isn't just a tech upgrade. It's actually a complete reimagining of how the NHS manages its people, covering recruitment, onboarding, career growth, retirement, and 55 billion pounds in annual payroll. At the core of it all, well, advanced analytics and AI, including Infosys' own Topaz AI Suite to deliver a unified, intuitive experience for healthcare workers. Think smart, scheduling, predictive, staffing, real time insights, and seamless integration with other NHS systems. The goal? Here it is: data driven decisions, not paperwork. Infosys beat global rivals in a high stakes procurement process, winning praise for its track record in large scale digital transformation, user centric design, and operational reliability. This aligns directly with the NHS 10-year health plan, which aims to build a future-ready, digitally empowered workforce. Infosys CEO Salil Parekh called it an honor and said this: to deliver generational change for NHS employees, end quote. And NHS BSA CEO Michael Brody said this: far beyond simply replacing ESR, calling it a strategic enabler for the future of public healthcare. With Infosys's global delivery muscle and AI capabilities, the UK is betting big on Indian tech to modernize one of the world's largest public employers. This isn't just another outsourcing contract, it's a flagship AI plus enterprise deal, showcasing India's ability to lead mission critical, sovereign digital infrastructure for Western governments. Coming just 2 years after its $1.64 billion Liberty Global win, Infosys is proving it can compete at the very top tier of global technology services, not just maintain systems but reinvent them. For Infosys, this contract signifies more than just financial gain. It enhances the company's credibility and visibility in the global public sector, a domain that has traditionally, been challenging for Indian IT firms to penetrate. The scale and complexity of the NHS project demonstrate Infosys' ability to handle large-scale mission-critical systems, setting a precedent for future opportunities in similar sectors worldwide. And this might just be the beginning of how Indian IT firms impact on AI. That's a question I believe that all of us have long sought an answer for. So now it's time to say this: move over inverters and digital diesel generators. Ola Electric just launched Ola Shakti, India's first fully indigenous residential battery system, and it's aiming to redefine how India stores and uses energy. This isn't just an add-on product. It's Ola's strategic leap beyond electric vehicles into the fast-growing battery energy storage systems, BESS, projected to hit, 3 lakh crore rupees by 2030. Think of Ola Shakti as more than a generator, UPS, or inverter. Unlike a generator, it's silent and emission free. Unlike a UPS, it can power an entire home for hours. Unlike a standard inverter, it's modular, solar compatible, AI monitored, and instantly manages voltage fluctuations, giving smart, scalable, zero maintenance energy backup. Powered by Ola's own 4680 Bharat cells, the same technology used in its EVs, Ola Shakti is designed, engineered, and manufactured entirely in India. And here's the interesting part: Ola can actually scale this without any new factories or research and development spend. It's leveraging its existing gigafactory, cell technology, and 4,000 plus store networks across India for instant distribution. Ola Shakti comes in 4 plug-and-play configurations, and here they are: 1.5 kilowatt hour for 29,999 rupees, 3 kilowatt hour for 55,999 rupees. Well, let's call it 60,000. 5.2 kilowatt hour for 1.19 lakh rupees, 9.1 kilowatt hour for 1.59 lakh rupees. That's enough to run well air conditioners, fridges, farm pumps, or induction cookers with 2-hour charging and up to 1.5 hours of full load backup. Reservations open today for just 999 rupees with deliveries starting Makar Sankranti 2026. This isn't just a battery. It's actually an AI-powered energy management system. 98% efficiency, 0 millisecond switchover during outages, IP67 rated for monsoons and dust, works on 120 volt or to a 290 volt, protecting your appliances. Plus, it learns your usage. So basically, it has a memory and schedules charging based on time of day tariffs, offers remote diagnostics, and gets OTA updates, just like your, smartphone. Ola expects its annual battery energy storage system, BESS, consumption to hit 5 gigawatt hour in just a few years, more than its automotive battery demand. As head Bhavish Aggarwal put it, and this is what he said: India doesn't face an energy shortage, it actually faces an energy storage opportunity. With Ola Shakti, we are turning that into energy independence. We have built world class battery and cell technology for electric mobility. Ola Shakti extends that innovation to homes, helping them store and use clean energy intelligently. Ola Shakti is a natural next step for us as we leverage our existing 4680 cell technology, gigafactory production capabilities, and nationwide Ola network as a ready sales and distribution backbone, ensuring rapid scale without any incremental investment. End quote. Residential is just the start. Ola plans to scale Shakti to commercial and grid level storage, all on the same 4680 cell platform. Well, in a country with unreliable power and rising solar adoption, Ola isn't just selling batteries. It's actually building the operating system for India's clean energy future from the ground up. And, of course, it's made in India. Finally, the introduction of Ola Shakti not only diversifies Ola's Electric's product portfolio but also positions the company to capitalize on the growing demand for residential energy storage solutions in India. With the government's emphasis on renewable energy adoption and grid modernization, Ola's holistic approach aligns with national sustainability goals. And what actually began as a journey with a ride hailing app, then to EVs, AI, and now this, it marks yet another milestone in Ola's journey to diversify its offerings and an honest attempt to build technology in India. As for the success of Shakti, we'll wait here at AIM Network to see how it all kind of unfolds. But it really also makes you wonder and reflect on one thing, and that is this. On the one end, we see innovations like Ola Shakti that put power directly in the hands of homeowners, giving them control and reliability. On the other, massive data center projects consume enormous amounts of electricity. While these large-scale developments aren't inherently negative, countless towns and villages in India still face frequent outages. What we need are more announcements and solutions that empower individuals and communities to generate, store, and manage energy proportionally, bridging the gap between big infrastructure and everyday access. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a small little break on Front Page. When we are back, we're going to be back with some amazing insights, from Las Vegas, because Amit Rajanayak is at the Oracle AI World 2025.
We are AIM Media House. Born in Nama, Bengaluru. Built for the world. We make tech make sense. We tell stories that matter. This is the era of AI, and we are the ones telling its story. Think AI, think AIM.
Welcome back to Front Page. Well, as we promised at Oracle AI World 2025, the company unveiled some of its biggest moves yet, launching the Oracle Database 26 AI with built-in agentic and vector capabilities, and introducing the AI data platform to unify enterprise data analytics and generative AI in one system. We covered all of this on the front page over the last few days. But before we actually play our exclusive follow-up interview, here's a very quick recap of what you will be hearing today. In a major collaboration push, global IT leaders Infosys, Cognizant, Accenture, and LTIMindtree have pledged over $1.5 billion to build industry-specific AI use cases and train more than 8,000 practitioners on Oracle Stack. Oracle has also deepened its AI infrastructure partnerships, deploying 50,000 AMD MI450 GPUs and expanding its alliance with NVIDIA to power the new OCI Zetascale 10 cluster. And we're also happy to provide an extended coverage of the event with AIM on ground at Las Vegas. In an exclusive conversation with AIM, Oracle's India leadership explains how these global announcements translate on the ground, the momentum around OCI, new customer wins across BFSI, manufacturing, and public sector, and why India is emerging as a critical hub in Oracle's global AI roadmap. And here is that conversation exclusively on Front Page on AIM Network, straight from Las Vegas as promised, with our very own senior editorial producer, Amit Rajanayak.
Thank you. At the outset, really warm welcome to all of you. I know coming all the way from India, a long flight, but that also talks about your interest, your commitment in what Oracle is doing, and we are equally excited. So we have two new CEOs, and you would have heard the announcement, and Sapphire is now taking the vice chair of the company. But the level of excitement and the motivation has gone up. The title this year is AI Changes Everything. And if you saw the keynotes yesterday and this morning, you would have seen across the industries, when you talk about, say, starting with energy, moving to travel, transport, to hotels, and to health, how AI is really making a big impact to all the walks of life. And then this morning, everything happening in TikTok, or the way OpenAI is using OCI, it's been such a game changer. And this is, I would say, just the starting point. So do we say AI is changing everything? AI has changed many things. And when we see the different industries, which we saw yesterday and this morning, and then within different industries, the different departments, you talk about human capital, you talk about finance, you talk about recruitment, supply chain, ERP, everywhere it's touching. And this is such a big game changer. So you may have also seen some of the announcements, and these are again creating. It's basically talking about how do we create a new market. The big announcement about AI data platform and the different components of AI data platform. Prema and Shailesh are going to talk in detail about these announcements. AI data platform, or the database 23 AI moving towards 26 AI, the Zscaler architecture. So the multi-cloud announcement, the universal credits for multi-cloud. That is, if you buying universal credits from Oracle, today, we used to say that you can use across infrastructure services, platform services, but now what we are saying is you can use these credits across the other hyperscalers. You buy once and you can use either across AWS or GCP or Microsoft. Then you talk about the way things are changing across Fusion, the AI-infused Fusion applications or the analytics. I know last year, and this is what Steve Miranda also said on the stage yesterday, he had promised that we are going to have 100 agents this year. And if you remember the number he said this morning, he said, exactly, he said 600 from our side, another 100 coming from the partners. That's how the market is seeing everything. So it's very, very exciting time at Oracle, a very exciting time in terms of the product innovation. The market is seeing us, the way we are working with our customers, our partners, and similar kind of momentum we are seeing in the market, in the India market. And across the industries, you talk about banking, you talk about telecom, you talk about manufacturing, public sector, similar kind of momentum. Apart from whatever you saw, there is one thing you may have heard repeatedly, that we are providing products to our customers where they want to use them. That's such a big game changer from our side, and that is really creating the differentiation. You want to use in our public cloud, or you want part of that public cloud to be available in your data center within your firewalls, whatever way you want to use. Then we have the complete data center as a dedicated region available for any of the customers, any of the industries, whatever way they want to use. Or then we have isolated regions. Some of the customers may say, still, I may have a public data center, but I don't want any kind of connectivity. So how do you create an isolated data center? And then, of course, we have a co-labeled / white label offering for our partners that they can take it as their clouds to the market, what we call Analog. So having the best of infrastructure, platform, and software services, giving the flexibility to our customers the way they want to deploy, having more and more services being released and delivered on a daily basis, and then harnessing the benefits of AI to our customers. Our customers and partners today can build, train, and deploy whatever way they like. Because if you see the complete stack we have, starting from infrastructure to data to applications, today AI is embedded everywhere. So you have flexibility from all standpoint. You have your choice, and it's basically how do we work and support our partners and customers so that their end objective is met. So let me hand it over to Madam Prema now to cover the infrastructure, and then Shailesh.
Thank you, Shelly. Thank you very much for setting the context, and thank you everyone for taking the time and talking to us today, right? I'm sure you all have heard a host of announcements, and I'll take this opportunity to cover some of the hot topics, at least from an OCI standpoint. So OCI has been powering, our growth with the AI infrastructure, right? But having said that, OCI itself has been, our differentiation is in terms of how we have differentiated our cloud compared to, the rest of the hyperscalers. And that is in terms of helping to drive business value for our customers, whether it is in terms of more security, more performance, and being more economical, whether it is for enterprises or governments. OCI is becoming a choice of cloud for our customers in terms of embracing, whether it is in terms of cloud native workloads, data workloads, or AI, AI, Gen AI capabilities on our cloud. So, given that context, the whole, I would say the whole theme has been in terms of delivering the AI advantage for our customers. And if you look at our AI strategy, as Shaili said a little before, we are bringing AI into every layer of the entire stack. Starting at the infrastructure layer, we bring in AI ML capabilities with the AI infrastructure. Our partnerships with NVIDIA and AMD that you would have heard. Today, we are building Zeta scale data centers, as well as the first hyperscaler to be able to bring AMD processors and GPUs to be made publicly available. So that partnership is going very strong, bringing in, I would say, a very strong footprint with respect to AI infrastructure, driving scale, reliability, and efficiency for customers. And the most important benefit is customers can leverage this AI infrastructure to be able to run their, I would say, their large language models or foundation models at a lower cost in terms of the overall power unit, but still driving more reliability and efficiency. Next comes the data layer. And in the data layer today, there were a host of announcements which was happening, starting with the AI data platform, then the autonomous AI data lakehouse, the 26 AI, and vector search capabilities, and so on and so forth. I just want to take a one step back and also tell you that as Oracle, we have been, housing, I would say, tons of mission critical data over the last many decades. We've been the custodian for our customers, in terms of managing their data for a very, very long time. And therefore, and that has given us an edge in terms of understanding what the customer pain points are, bringing AI into their database, therefore removing some of the silos that typically happens in an enterprise environment, unifying the data, bringing AI closer to that enterprise data or applications and workflows, and then kind of extending that to Gen AI models to be able to drive better innovation insight for our customers. The third big announcement is in terms of how we have innovated in terms of our networking layer itself within OCI. With Acceleron, right? And Acceleron today removes some of the, I would say, the bandwidth limitations that is there in any other hyperscalers. It's a direct path for customers to quickly move their workloads, bring in, I would say, ultra low latency, and therefore it improves again, in terms of driving much better performance, more security, and a much more reliable network when they start using our clouds. From an India business standpoint, for OCI has been driving almost 65% growth in terms of our bookings, and that's kind of contributing to a very strong revenue and consumption in the market. On an average, we are acquiring about 40 plus new logos every quarter. So in the last 1 year, we're talking about 175 to 180 customers, new customer logos who are embracing OCI. 50% of those are cloud native workloads, which is not just not the Oracle database market, and the 50% is, yes, Oracle workloads and Oracle database cloud services, which they continue to adopt. Our biggest contributors are banking financial services, contributing about 32% of our revenue, followed by professional services, ITES, which contributes roughly about 28%. Public sector is again, we've been winning quite a few big logos, contributing about 12% of our revenue, followed by digital natives, fintechs, manufacturing, automotive, and media entertainment, who contribute to a large sum of the cloud native business that we currently do in India. And I do believe that with multi-cloud, which is already announced, we are going to be launching the DB at Azure and DB at Google very shortly in India, and that's going to create another leap of momentum in terms of helping our customers to embrace Oracle cloud services and adopt Oracle cloud services, whoever have already taken their journey with Azure or GCP per se. So that's going to kind of drive more momentum for customers in India and giving them the right choice to be able to deploy the workloads where they want to be. Also looking at some of our customers who have embraced, I would say OCI and AI. If I were to look at some of the customer names like Convin AI, who's a startup. They are basically into a contact center solution. And they use our OCI with the Gen AI capabilities to be able to build, I would say, build and train, their large language models, so that they can give 100% quality assurance to, for the customer services that they do. So they leverage OCI's power and infrastructure to be able to deliver those services to their customers. Similarly, another customer, TVS Credit, which is another leading NBFC, they leverage again. They have an in-house built LLM, which they run on OCI, but leverage some of the Gen AI services available with us in terms of loan processing, credit scoring, to be able to also do quicker processing of their loan applications, right? And they've been a long time customer with Oracle, and they continue to grow with us. Many other logos across enterprise, public sector, starting from some of the banks like Federal Bank, S Bank, Tata Motors, one of our largest automotive customers, and similarly some of the NBFCs like Muthoot, Manappuram, Unico, and so on. They continue to leverage OCI services. Public sector, we had big wins at MORD, Ministry of Rural Health Development, and AIC, and IFCO, and so on and so forth. So the momentum is very, very positive, and we are looking to leverage some of these announcements to help our customers to drive greater business outcomes, and we're looking forward to another stellar year. Thank you. I'll have to go to Shailesh. Yeah.
Warm welcome again from to all of you. So I'll cover up the apps business, applications business. What Prema covered is a tech cloud business. So this is a SaaS business. So this is broadly the ERP, the financial supply chain, manufacturing, HR, which was the human capital management, the hire to retire process, and third is the CX business, which is sales, service, and marketing. Right, I'll start with the Q1 results. In the Q1, we had a 60% year-on-year growth in the business in India, and which is substantially, you all know that SaaS business is growing at 30%, as per all the analysts. Basically, it's growing at 30%. How we're growing at 60%, which reflects clearly that we are dominating the space, we're capturing the market, a strong momentum in the market. Okay, from an industry vertical perspective, we see a 100% growth in the BFSI business. BFSI has always been an area of strength for us, and we are going very strong in that. And the momentum continues. We're expanding into the businesses, and NBFC has been a very interesting area for us. Every month we are partnering with one or two NBFCs, which is doing, I think there's a huge wave of, pull factor from NBFCs to adopt the innovation from Oracle. The second vertical is healthcare. Okay, healthcare, it's like every healthcare company is now, we can say that we initially partnered with the top three healthcare chains, right? The Fortis Healthcare, Apollo Healthcare, and then Narayana Hrudayalaya. And after that, it has been a run for Oracle. This has grown 100% year on year in this quarter. Okay, third vertical is IT/ITES vertical for us, and IT/ITES Oracle has always been very, very strong in the services sector. Okay, and this sector again has grown 100% for us, 100% year on year. So these are three primary verticals where business is doing very well, and there is a strong traction and pull in the market. From a product standpoint, I said there are three product standpoints. So CX business has grown 100%. Okay, so CX is last financial year we have grown 100% year on year, and this quarter again we continue with the momentum of 100% growth on the CX business. And the primary pull factor is coming in from the CX Unity bundle, which is Customer 360 CDP and responses business. We had an iconic partnership with RBL in quarter one. And we also had a partnership with DIT, Department of Income Tax, for the CDP area. Now going back to the ERP side, ERP we saw 50% year-on-year growth, and this is among two verticals, primary verticals, which is coming in. This is high-tech vertical, and it's in the manufacturing vertical. So these two verticals has given 50% year-on-year growth. If we go down to HR, so a area where we partner with Tata's as a group or Adani's as a group, this vertical has grown 100% year on year in a couple of the verticals which has been there is it's high tech, and then it's BFSI vertical and IT/ITES. So these are verticals where we are growing. We are doing very, very well from a vertical standpoint. And looking at the way the India GDP growth is projected at 6.8%, looking at the SaaS business, growing at roughly near about, the projection is it's going to become $50 billion by 2030. And looking at the way we are growing, I think we see amazing time for SaaS business in the country. Okay, and from innovation and the announcement which has been done in the cloud world, I think if you some of you were here, so last year we have announced that there will be 100 Gen AI features and 50 agentic AI features, and today we see the pace of innovation. It is 600. The count is 600. And the biggest transformation has been with AI Agentic Studio, right? So Oracle launched that in the middle of 2025, which gives the power to our partners, to configure more and more beyond whatever Oracle is doing. There was a hackathon on Monday, and where our partners came together and they turned out 100 AI agents, right? So they turned out 100 AI agents in one day. Okay, so this is the pace, and this is a turnaround, and there is an announcement for AI agentic marketplace. Right. So what this marketplace is basically the partners who are developing these IPs in terms of the Agentic Studio, using Agentic Studio, these IPs can be imported, okay, which adds up to, I see it's something, it's not about a count now, 100, 600. So it's something which is going to add to these agents every day, and it's going to be very fast paced from here. So Oracle also announced a lot of new Gen AI features and Agentic AI features in the supply chain side, on the ERP side, and HCM side. So probably this is what is the summary here.
Very question from yeah.
Questions? There's one question. Yesterday's yesterday's game that was I think this was Infosys PwC Quackner said so they all I think committed close to 1.5 investment with plan for building agents and data plans.
Developing use cases.
Yeah, developing use cases. A very positive stance. It was at the end of the keynote section, towards the end. That development also was very interesting. And that shows that the complements in terms of building those capabilities, agentic alongside, with how to support that. That was something it was very kept towards the end of the keynote. I think a lot of people missed it, but that was like a very good positive thing, especially in Infosys. Tomorrow there's going to be announcement their financial earnings, which again Oracle is powering that. So it's very good positive thing. So I just one thing that came out yesterday, really insight. So that is one. So anything from IT and that you already mentioned.
Maybe Cognizant, separate Cognizant.
Sure. So look, ITS is one of our biggest verticals, right? I mean, from an OCI standpoint as well. And I can give you a couple of examples. Both of them are publicly referenceable, so I can share. One is with Cognizant. They've been a very large user of PeopleSoft application, over the last many years. They tried to modernize it, and then they came back to us saying, look, we are not wanting to move this to SaaS because it's too big now, and help us to kind of modernize and make it more agile, make it more, driving better customer experiences for their internal users, because this is a human capital management experience. So this PeopleSoft includes both their financials as well as their the HR modules, right from hiring till retiring, which currently runs on OCI. Last year, when they started discussing this project with us, we helped them in terms of trying to put together, a complete data platform as well as an agentic model on OCI, so that can kind of drive roughly close to starting with 35 use cases, scalable to 100 different use cases for their internal employees. So on the financial side, this was the first thing we did is there were data which were in silos, because there were multiple data marts that they had created over a period of years. We tried to bring that into a single data lake. With our Golden Gate services, cloud services, we were able to bring in real-time replication into a single data mart. From there, we were able to bring in an orchestration layer on top of this data, where we were able to build agents, AI agents running on top of the PeopleSoft, which in turn was leveraging our GenAI GPUs and GenAI services with Cohere and Llama, because they built two different models. and then running on top of it multiple use cases, right from timesheets to simple queries of employees, that how many leave days do I have, or I want to look at my leave balance, or it could be in terms of, okay, I'm completing 5 years, what's my gratuity, and so on and so forth. So any kind of queries that could be run, timesheets planned, and right from hiring to retirement, also for recruiters who are recruiting, and that's a very large ITS organization with 300,000 people. So how could they profile their resumes, from a sample standpoint? So all those were some of the use cases. Currently, they are running 35 odd use cases. The plan is for them to kind of take this to 100 in the next 1 year, and we continue to work with them, very strongly on this area. They leverage our dedicated AI cluster, what we call as DAC, from India region, as well as, on top of it, as I mentioned, Llama and Courier services. So that's one great example in terms of leveraging both the infrastructure, the data platform piece, as well as the AI infrastructure and Gen AI piece. So it's a very holistic solution, and they've been a very happy customer, continuing to expand their conversation with us. Now to multi-cloud, eventually that's where they want to go. Another interesting example, if I may add, is Wipro. Wipro, again, a very large ITS customer. Very similarly, they were leveraging Google Cloud and Azure for some of their workloads. But their payroll application, which was running on Oracle database, they wanted to see how could they continue to use or the power of Oracle DB, because it was a very critical application, again running payroll for the entire org, 250 odd thousand people. So they started the journey a little early, maybe not Oracle DB at Google yet, but we have an interconnect with OCI and GCP region connecting each other, as well as similarly with Azure. And they leveraged the interconnect to be able to leverage Oracle database cloud services, for their payroll applications. And that's been successfully done, implemented. And they are, again, a very happy customer, leveraging a truly multi-cloud scenario, but getting the best of both clouds, in the most efficient way they can, right? So again, so that's a very fascinating story, because we go and also help our customers, other customers, similar customers who kind of have adopted other hyperscalers in some way or the other, but still want to leverage Oracle database cloud services or autonomous capabilities, and eventually the power of Exa cloud services, which kind of drives more performance and throughput. Which can help their businesses to also grow faster, right? So again, classic examples, which I thought worthwhile sharing.
And how does India stack up, in the global scheme of things as a market for you and also as a base for talent, especially given the geopolitical shifts?
We typically don't give the numbers.
No,
I think Vandana should be able to give you
numbers, but how does India stack up vis-a-vis some of the other markets? Would this be your fastest growing? Has it moved up in that chart? Is it now amongst the top few markets for you? If you could just give us some color on that.
Also, to add on to what she asked, with the geopolitical situation, will there be more development happening in India?
That's not a question you should ask. Because see, development for Oracle does not change. It happens in the US, it happens in India. No, I think what he's trying to say is the US is very clearly pushing for make in US, sell in US. And that, of course, affects all kinds of strategies. So given that lens, but even above and beyond that, how is India market vis-a-vis some of the other markets that you operate in terms of the revenue, in terms of the growth opportunity and the headroom?
So everything you heard from Shaile's side in terms of the business growth, everything you heard from Prema in terms of business growth. So India for us remains a very, very key market, and across technology, across applications, and also across some of the vertical industry units. So no change from that standpoint. We are getting latest products in the market. Whatever release gets globally, same time is available in India as well. So in terms of focus, in terms of growth, everything, it's a very, very key market for us.
Yeah, from the GCC market side, do you have any like in terms of some of the independent decision over R&D that you guys work at, Oracle from India, has some certain products that was announced today as India team played some major role in terms of any of those things?
So what Vandana said, we have products developed in US and as well as in India. So many of the products have development teams in India. So contribution-wise, of course,
You got it.
yeah.
So after US, India is the second largest development center, and
And we have 9 development centers in India, right? So almost every single product team has people based out of India.
Got it. And also on the agentic certification that happens, right? How can people apply for that? Maybe from the Indian context. I think there are a lot of developers who are interested, a lot of companies that are interested. So message in terms of how do they apply for the certification program and become part of this contribution. The 32,000 with certified HSC. So that is the number that is there. But how can Indian developer ecosystem or enterprise customers become part of that certification? Any
Okay, I'll just take a shot on this one. If you've seen the announcement, so we announced the.
We'll just take one more question.
Sure. So we announced the list of partners. We have almost announced the list of some 20 partners, which is already authorized to develop those agentic AI features. Right. So I think this list is going to grow over a period of time. But today we saw on the screen, like these are the 20 partners which are going to do the development on the agentic AI side, and which will be, which are authorized to develop those new IPs, and then we can, which can be uploaded to this. So that's where it is. I think it's not about, we cannot comment anything about, how the people will be there. It's about the organization which has been announced like today. This is where the awareness is.
And I'll also add to it, overall, Oracle University runs skilling certification every year. And this year it's still on, and it's going to be open till 31st of October. This is free certification, and our target is to do at least 1 million developers. And we are very much on track to get this done. This was done last year also. This is over and above some of the programs we are running. Like we signed up with the NCST last year. You may have heard about it, by virtue of which we are gunning for 500,000 students. And then our partnerships, what we have done with various state governments. So that's what we have been offering to them. So skilling remains a big focus area for us. And we are basically from various angles, whether from our side, Oracle University, or through CSR initiatives or our Oracle Academy. So we are ensuring the best we can do from our side to train people so that they can get best use of the technology.
Yeah. One last question. When it started coming to India, I mean, we already.
Come on. Sherry, please don't.
No. Actually, at this moment, we don't have any information. We'll certainly get back as soon as we know.
One question that I had from my side is continuing on the IT is part of it. You said you building agents, etc. Now we see that even these IT companies, ITS companies are building their own agentic platforms, and for example, TCRF systems. So they are also into the sphere where you are. So do you feel, what's the USP that you would have over them building their own agentic AI?
So I look, there is place for everyone to survive and to win. That's where I would look at it. When Oracle is launching agents, whether it is on the OCI data platform or on some of the applications, right? We are building in AI capabilities which can work seamlessly with the applications or with the data or with the workflows, right? So it's totally integrated for a customer who's leveraging already Oracle application or data workload. It becomes a very, very seamless journey, and it becomes the agentic adds value in terms of making things quicker, faster, and so on. When third-party agents are building, it requires bolt-ons to be able to build on some of these enterprise solutions. So I believe it's for the customers to get that choice to see what makes business sense for them. If they're already an eBiz customer or a Fusion customer or an Oracle data OCI or a data platform customers, they have agents available. If it can do the purpose, they continue to do. But if they need anything third party which can integrate, they have a choice to do that as well.
You have to meet.
Yeah.
There is a lot of
And actually, most important part is having the platform itself. And once we have the platform, you can develop agents. As you heard, 600 more agents have been developed from our side. Another
100 more from the partners. So they will coexist.
Very funny. Thank you.
And that was our exclusive conversation with Oracle India's leadership. Oracle is on a massive scaling run to shape its global AI future in India with 65% OCI growth, 60% SaaS acceleration, and partners deploying hundreds of AI agents on local infrastructure. One thing is clear: India has moved from being a market to Oracle's innovation co-pilot. And with that, it's a wrap on Front Page tonight on AIM Network, India's definitive media organization and voice on everything AI and technology. Front Page is powered by MachineCon 2025, an invite-only residential summit for GCC heads, exclusively brought to you by AIM Network. Well, till we meet again on Front Page, this is all of us wishing all of you and your loved ones a very, very happy Diwali. Of course, think AI, think lights, think AIM.